Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with my July TBR. For the month of July, I am participating in the Book Junkie Trials, which runs the entire course of July. And there are 5 books that I have to read for that. I also promised John initially that he could pick my entire July TBR, and that was before I knew that the Book Junkie Trials were a thing. So I decided I wanted to participate in the Book Junkie Trials, but didn't want to take John's choosing my TBR completely away from him. So I let him choose a couple of books for my Book Junkie Trials TBR and then a few other books outside of that. For the Book Junkie Trials, I am a bard, so represent the bards. Comment down below if you're also a bard. I'd like to know. So I'm just going to go over the prompts and what books we selected. So, prompt number 1 is the Elven Guard are surprised by your visit and are immediately on the offensive. Read a book with war, military, or political themes to learn how to help calm the situation. So, John actually picked that book, so I will insert that clip here. John, what did you choose for me to read for that?
For war and political themes, we're going with Malice, because it has both very well. It's a fantasy book, but it's more along the lines of like Game of Thrones. There's not a ton of like it's not a big magic system, if there's any at all. There's a little one. It's not a big magic system, but it's mostly politics and war.
All right.
Going on in here. So, and this was one of my favorite series of the year that I read. So
yeah,
she gets to read Malice by John Gwen.
It's 628 pages. So, I will be reading Malice by John Gwynne for prompt number 1. Prompt number 2 is on the Hollow Isle lurk incorporeal monsters and the ghosts of your past. Read an atmospheric or horror book to pass this test of nerve. So, I decided to read The Phantom of the Opera for this prompt. If you watched my birthday goals video, I just said that I wanted to read more classics and I wanted to read a classic a quarter. So I decided to read The Phantom of the Opera. It's a horror book. It's a classic. Number 3, Empty Barrel Inn. Every bard deserves a swig or two. Some say it even aids warming up those vocal cords. Enjoy an indulgent read. So my indulgent read is a reread for me. One of my favorite series. It is the first book in the Hannah Swenson Cozy Mystery Series by Joanne Fluke, Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. I figured it especially fit the theme because chocolate chip cookies are also indulgent. So that is my indulgent read. Number 4, Giant Squid, a fearsome fellow. Read a book that intimidates you, and this foe shall be a dawdle. So this is another book that John helped me select. He didn't choose it all on his own. So I will insert that clip. We were talking, and we decided there's a book that John has read that has a very intimidating theme. But
it's presented in a accessible way.
So John helped me choose Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson. So this is my intimidating read.
I really enjoyed it. There's really good humor. Everything's put in like some good like layman's terms. So if you're ever curious about, things that are going on in space and with atoms and things like that, really accessible, even for a daunting subject matter. And number 5 is the prompt that everybody has that's participating in the Book Junkie Trials. It is the Bookie Grail. Here you find a lost manuscript delivered on this forgotten island by a fallen star. Read the group book Stardust. So I will be reading Stardust as well. One other thing, the bard's ability, it says the bards have the power over words and music. With their voices, they can charm their way out of a book. They can count a DNF as a prompt completion. There are 4 other books that John selected for my TBR. I'm going to play that clip just kind of discussing what those different books and prompts were that I gave John. One of the tasks was to look at all of the Book of the Month books that I own, that I have not read, and choose from those. And I'll show you the stack that he had to choose from. But the book that he chose for that is Spinning Silver
by Naomi Novik.
And You told me this was a Rumpelstiltskin retelling.
My mom told me it was a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, so...
But I saw it at Barnes & Noble the other day, and I looked at it, and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting sounding, so I saw it in her stack, and I was like, we're definitely doing that one.
So I'm going to read this, and maybe he'll read it after.
Yeah, I might. We'll see.
So, that's another one.
Spinning silver.
And then, another task that I gave him was I pulled a bunch of unread books that I've had for a while, or that I feel like I'm going to put off reading, stacked them up, and had him choose a book from that stack. So...
she gets to read Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo.
Yeah, which a lot of people here on BookTube have read. I've never read. I kind of bought it on a whim because a lot of people have read it. I don't know.
Never read it.
John's never read it.
But
I don't know anything about what it's about. So the last task that I need to give John, he hasn't picked a book yet. I am letting him pick any book
that I want.
That he wants for me to read. So
it's either this or this.
Okay, I don't mind at least the one that I can see that he
This one?
Yeah.
This one's good too.
Whichever. Here, do you want me to be honest with you?
Sure.
I'm probably going to end up reading that one whether you choose it for me or not.
Well, I know that.
That was The Lies of Locke Lamora, by the way.
Well, I'll have you read this then, because this is a relatively new release.
So, this is, what is it?
The Raven Tower by Ann Leckie. I read it.
Is this the one that's in second person?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's alright. Once you get used to it, it's just like whoever's talking to you. It only took me, a little bit to get used to it, but once you get used to it, it's a really good story. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's a new release from this year, so you can...
All right, so
then you get your super duper bonus read that you can choose to read or not.
What's my super duper bonus read?
Your super duper bonus read is, because I know you've seen the movie, but you've never read the book, and I read the book back in the day, is Between a Rock and a Hard Place by Aaron Ralston.
Oh, I have, guys, do you know what, this book, the movie, what is it, 127 hours?
Yeah, with James Franco.
James Franco, he gets stuck between a rock and a hard place while he's out, mountain climbing. I'm really excited about this, actually.
That's your super duper bonus read.
So this plus 2 other books is my July TBR. This is quite the stack for me. It's big, and it's a lot more fantasy-based than I am used to reading. I knew that was going to happen when I let John choose my TBR. It's fine. I don't hate fantasy. It's just not my first genre of choice. I'm probably not going to be watching a ton of Netflix or TV. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So let me know down below if you are participating in the Book Junkie trials, what you are. And let me know if you've read any of these books, specifically the fantasy ones. I'd be interested to know your thoughts. I know that Six of Crows is part of the Grisha universe, but it's technically the first book in its series. There's a bookmark in there. Do I need to read other books within the Grisha universe, or can I just hop right in? Because I know nothing about it. But John said that if you do need to read other books within the universe, that he would pick a different one. So let me know on that. Let me know what books you are planning to read in the month of July, especially if you are participating in the Book Junkie trials. I would love to know what books are on your TBR for that. But yeah, until next time, happy reading. Bye.